Okay, so I'm not going to advise you to come to Finland. No, I will not be the one to advise you to come to Finland. Okay, so this is Coach DSK, and today I want to tell you what a lot of people will not tell you. A lot of people know how to say the good side of stuffs. Yes, I'm a very optimistic person. I like to see the bright side of life. But you also need to be realistic with yourself when you're making decisions as to either want to relocate or relocate with your family outside of your comfort zone, your country. One advantage of being in your country, I can tell you, there's a support system that you get. You know, if push comes to shove, you can pull, you can push. You are in the midst of family, to say the least. But when you travel outside of the country, have you heard of when they say OYO or your is your case? It's so different. I'm in Finland at the moment, and as beautiful as the country is, as amazing as it is, as peaceful, safe, secure as it is, I'm going to tell you, don't come to Finland if you have not carefully considered these five different areas. So after this video, you will decide for yourself whether you still want to come here. Okay, I noted five things down. And number one, um the winter is quite harsh. I've always known. See, you can be listening to all of this and say, but if it's not good, why are you still there? It's my choice to be here. See, when you know the pros and the cons of something, you will use your teeth to count you use your tongue to count your teeth. Do you understand? Like, you will advise yourself by yourself. Do I want to still come here? Can I survive these five things that this guy is talking about? It's going to be your decision and your decision alone. Number one, the winters are quite harsh here. Yes, the winter is not every day of the year and every month of the year, but if it starts at about, say, October, November, December, January, February, if 5 out of 12 months are sub-zero temperatures from zero all the way down to minus 35, then that's 5 months out of 12 months. Can you cope? Can you deal with that? Of course, there are thermal wears, there's dressings to deck up, but I was chatting with somebody the other day, and I was like, why are some people like this in this country? And the person said, if you stay here long enough, you will discover that people describe this place as dark and cold country. Okay, so are you ready to live by yourself, be indoors as much as you can? Because when you're inside your house, of course, the lights are going to be turned on. But when it's winter, it's dark, as early as 2:30 p.m., everywhere is dark. The sun doesn't come out for about a week sometimes. Can you deal with that? It's going to be your decision. Okay. Number two reasons why you should not come here, except your mind is really strong, is it's relatively expensive compared to surrounding European countries. Finland is expensive. Consider Helsinki, the capital. It's expensive. It's not as expensive as the UK. UK is another level, man. But compared to other European countries, Eastern Europe, Northern Europe, Finland is expensive. Yes, if you come in as a student, you're going to enjoy some student discount. But think about it, you're not going to be a student forever. If you do bachelor's, you will finish in 3 years. If you do master's, you finish in 2 years. PhD students don't even enjoy a lot of student discount because PhD is seen almost as a job more than you studying. So it's expensive. It's expensive, and the tax is high. The tax in Finland is actually higher than the tax in the USA. You could be paying as much as 40 to 50% in tax. So are you going to say, I don't want to take a great job because the salary is going to be much and they're going to tax it so much? It's going to be your decision to make. So you're going to have to consider it. Can you cope with this expensiveness, of this place? If you can't, then good. Number three, um the language is a thing. The language is a thing. Some people are very good with languages. Like back home, you could probably be able to speak Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, English broken all together. But the language in Finland is going to school you, man. Like the language here, it is not even how you speak it. That is not even how you write it. And Let me tell you this. How do you connect, network with people, interact if you can speak the language? So if you want to come here, you're going to be ready to be isolated for a long while. Maybe a year, maybe 2 years till you learn the language, because at times you just say something like people who would go England here, meaning do you speak English? And you hear hey, meaning then you can talk. God forbid you get lost riding your bicycle or you get lost trying to get a bus. You are on your own, man. Imagine getting lost on a minus 34 degree Celsius day. You're going to really hate yourself. So consider it. Can you learn the language real quick? Can you catch languages fast? Are you going to be committed to it? Because if you don't learn it, man, you are going to be sidelined a lot. You're not going to see any English sign on the road. Everything is in Finnish. What are you going to do? Google Translate will help, but you better be having constant data to translate signs on the road and books and documents and letters that they send to you. Your decision. Number four. This one is a little bit, is a very, very strong one. There are no jobs in Finland. So I was asking myself, where did all the jobs go? So it's a combination of a whole lot of stuff. So the war in Ukraine has pushed a lot of people out of Ukraine and into Finland also. A lot of asylum seekers have come in and they've granted them asylum, and that takes a lot from the government. So a whole lot is happening in Finland. Finland is actually in recession as we speak. Some other European countries too are. The war in Europe is affecting a lot of countries, but there are no jobs in Finland. And the few jobs, you had better be good in the Finnish language, like A1, A2, B1, B2. And if you have A1, B2, it's still not proficiency, it's probably intermediate. Many jobs will tell you you've got to have basic, see, if somebody with good Finnish, if their citizens are looking for a job, you're looking for a job, they can speak Finnish, you can't speak Finnish, who do you think they're going to employ? There are no jobs here. Yes, there are some part-time jobs, there are some side gigs, there's some menial jobs, but seriously, for how long will you do those menial jobs? Some of you are extremely skilled with a lot of abilities in your home country, and you're going to have to come here doing jobs you cannot do in your home country. You are better come here and study courses like nursing, courses like IT, courses like mining, courses like healthcare. Every other kind of course, man. There are no jobs. Like, look at me from head to toe. I'm not going to lie to you. There are no jobs here. The jobs are so few. You will literally be begging people for menial jobs. Don't come to Finland if you can't handle that. Because imagine you doing all of these menial jobs and you'll be like, Namibi, this. Is this really me? Am I going to stoop so low and stay so low for so long? And the last one, which is the number 5, is the culture here is very, very reserved and very, very individualistic. They don't talk here. Like even at the bus stops, it's not, COVID is gone, right? You will see people giving you space. Like, don't come close, don't come close. When you get into the buses, yeah, people don't want to sit beside each other. They would rather stand than come and sit beside you. It's crazy. You see, you can't just approach people and talk to them. They look at you like, hey, do you understand? Except you are probably speaking the language good and they begin to see you as one of them. I think your best chance of talking to people is in the sauna when everybody's maybe naked or something. They would rather have conversations with you in the sauna than have with you in classes. And they don't hardly make friends here. It takes a lot of time to build friendships and have friends here. So if you're not here with your spouse or your children, it's going to be extremely lonely. Lonely. Can you deal with that loneliness? If you can't deal with these 5 things, don't come to Finland. See, there is a reason why people like to go to the countries we call top 4. Okay, I've done a video about that. You could check that about the top 4 countries. So America, UK, Canada, Australia. Why do you think they call them top four? It's because integration is easier. Like you speak English, everybody speaks English. Yeah, if you hear some Scottish, you wonder if you can really speak English or not in the UK. But it's easy to integrate in those places, and you don't have to go through the hustles of learning the language to begin to integrate, to begin to want to have a life, or live a life or build a life. It's your decision. But if you ask me, if you have options, don't come to Finland. You're like, Desk, why are you discouraging us? If you have proof of funds, and the proof of funds is not the same as actual funds. You know what I'm saying, right? If you have the funds to pay for yourself for everything for 1 year stretch, come. If you don't have, don't come. It's you're gonna need 15 Pro Max level of mental toughness to survive here. I have it, thankfully, but sometimes I break down in my mind like, damn. But you see, you have to balance the pros and the cons. I hope you find value in this video. Please subscribe to my channel so that you can hear more straight up on point truth and facts, and also information about how to become more and live the best version of your life. Thank you very much. Share this video to somebody that is considering Finland. Let the person use his or her tongue to count his or her teeth. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. This is Coach TSK. Sign out.